What's up? WTF Sports here, back for another week preview, and you might notice it's just me again. Unfortunately, life happens. Mason can't be here, but let's jump into the video. So I'll try to keep it nice and short for you guys, just so that we don't sit here and ramble on too long. But let's jump into our fantasy starts this week, right? Last week we did okay, 114 total points from our best options. This week we're looking to do better. I picked Joe Burrow the past 2 weeks, and now he's out. I'm thinking right now, good options. Daniel Jones, Michael Penix. I think they both have good matchups. Penix is playing the Panthers, so they both have pretty easy matchups, right? And in theory, they both should be able to do good. And then DeAndre Swift has a somewhat easy matchup. The Bears do against the Bears are playing the Cowboys, right? They have a pretty weak defense, we've come to see. So I think Swift could get a lot of yards. He's on there twice. Didn't mean to do that. My bad. Chuba Hubbard's a good start. He usually is. So I guess he could be the other one there. And Jalen Warren, they're playing the who are the Steelers playing? They're playing the Patriots, right? So they have a pretty easy matchup there too. I think that's a good match. Then Nico Collins, Ladd McConkey, and Pickens, I'm pretty sure are going to be pretty good wide receivers this week. Pickens is playing the Bears, and as we've seen, they don't have a defense. And even if they do have if Jalen Johnson's back, he'll be on CeeDee Lamb. Ladd McConkey, they're playing Denver, and I think Surtain's probably going to focus more on Keenan Allen because he's been the one doing the most these past 2 weeks. So Ladd McConkey might get some free shots. And then Nico Collins, Texans have a matchup against the Jaguars this week. It's the Jags. I mean, we've seen them. So Nico Collins should be a good pick. I honestly forgot to change the tight ends, but I'm not opposed to either of those two. Noah Fant, Tyler Warren especially, I think will be good this week. But in defense, Falcons are playing the Panthers, and then the Colts are going to be playing the Titans. Those are both good picks. Best options though, right? I think these are going to be the number one guys this week. Lamar Jackson. He's been killing it in fantasy so far. They're playing the Lions, so he'll probably be passing a lot. Derrick Henry, again, another one I forgot to change if I'm being honest. But I think he's a good start. I don't think he'll be bad this week at all. And then Nick Chubb, I think is low-key kind of a sleeper start this week. Like I said, the Texans are playing the Jags. And I think Nick Chubb is going to be able to get some work in there, get some work done. And then CeeDee Lamb should be a good wide receiver one. I know I put Pickens on here earlier, but I don't think it really matters if it's a good defense or not. CeeDee Lamb is still going to do good. Zay Flowers, I think, is a really good pick here too, because seeing kind of the Lamar Jackson, they're going to be passing a lot. Zay Flowers is going to be catching a lot. It's just simple math. One guy has to catch it, one guy has to throw it, and Zay Flowers is going to be the one catching it. And Trey McBride is going to be a good start every week. They're playing the 49ers, who, in my opinion, have a weak defense. So it should be an easy start. He's phenomenal. I don't know. I can't talk bad about Trey McBride. Just start him if you have him. If you don't start him, I don't know why you're not. But then Malik Neighbors, I think, is going to be a great flex. Is maybe a little bit of an understatement. He's probably more of a wide receiver 2 or 1. But they're playing the Chiefs. They're going to be needing to pass the ball a lot. Malik Neighbors catches it on anyone. And the Chiefs, truthfully, have a pretty weak defense. So put Malik Neighbors in your lineup. The Packers as well. They're playing the Browns. I don't think I need to say anything else to that. They're going to get a lot of sacks, especially with Parsons. And and Spencer Schrader is the number one kicker in the league, so it's a kicker. Anyone's going to service you well. But let's jump into our predictions this week, because this is where the juice is really at, So starting off with our winners, right? We have the Bills beating the Dolphins tonight. Is that a surprise to anyone? No. So I'm not going to go any further. And in the battle of the backups, we have the Bengals versus the Vikings, right? And I think offensively, they're in a kind of similar spot. They both have good wide receiver cores, decent running backs, could have a better line. Defensively, though, the Vikings are way better than the Bengals. So I'm gonna have to give it to the Vikings for the backup matchup there. And then the Texans and the Jags. Texans look good, but the Jags look worse. So gotta give it to the Texans. And then Colts Titans, another division matchup right there. It's the Colts. Colts are on a crazy start, and the Titans are not. So there's that. And then you'd think, Raiders, they have a full healthy team, and the Commanders are playing without Jay Daniels this week. But I think Marcus Mariota is a very solid backup. So, why not give them the win? And then here, though, the Super Bowl champions haven't lost a home game, or Jalen Hurts hasn't lost a start in 18 starts. And the Rams are playing the Eagles this week, right? We're giving it to the Rams to take it away in Philadelphia. Now, the Eagles don't have a passing touchdown. Crazy, but they don't. Defensively, they're still a good team. Don't get me wrong, they're still great, but the Rams have been playing very good. So we got to give it to the Rams. And then Falcons, Panthers. It's Falcons. I'm not gonna divulge on that one. Steelers and the Patriots. Right, this is a good matchup. Not really, but Patriots. I had them really high going into the year. They kind of fell off. Steelers looked rough last week, but we're gonna give it to the Steelers. The Packers are playing the Browns. I don't need to say anything. It's the Browns. They have the number one defense in the league right now, I'm pretty sure, in terms of yards, but it doesn't show. Jets Bucks, that should be actually a pretty good game, except for the fact that Tyrod Taylor is starting for the Jets as opposed to Fields, which Tyrod's actually a pretty good backup, but I think Baker's gonna just torch the Jets. Let's be honest. So give it to the Bucks. Chargers are playing the Broncos. Great division matchup right there, but the Chargers look way better than the Broncos right now. So we got to give it to them. And then the Seahawks are playing the Saints, right? As a Seahawks fan, I love this matchup. Should be a free win. So we're taking the free win. Saints look pretty awful. We have a good defense. So should be pretty easy. The Cowboys are playing the Bears. We've seen the Bears. They're the worst team in the league right now. Realistically, if you look at it in terms of points and I think yards, they're bad. So we got to give it to the Cowboys. And then the Cardinals are playing the 49ers, another division matchup. Lots of division matchups this week. But the 49ers, we've been saying this, they don't look good. Like, yeah, they won with Mac Jones last week, but it was against the Panthers. It's like, it doesn't, or the Saints. It's not a crazy win. I think they still don't look great. The media is way overhyping them. I've seen like them in the top 5 even. They're not a top 5 team. I don't think we have them in our top 10. So we got to give them the loss there. The Chiefs are finally going to get their first win over the Giants. Is it possible the Giants win? Absolutely. But I don't think they will. And then the Ravens and the Lions should be a good game, but actually it should be a great game for Monday night. It always is a good matchup, but Ravens are going to come out. I think they're the better team. And that's my reasoning. Unfortunately, Mason's not here to give his, which his is a little more emotional based. He would not agree with me on the Packers just because they're the Packers. But let's move on to our our parlay legs for the week. Right, last week I think I went 3 for 8, maybe 3 for 7, which is not good. It's awful, right? This week though, I'm locked in. I'm working on this whole software thing to help me with these picks. It's not going to be good yet till like week 5, but right now, using my knowledge, this is what I came up with. These 8 legs. Justin Herbert, 20.5 rush yards. He has, on average, about 30 a game. A little over 30 a game. In the past 2 games, he's gotten over 30. His line was at like 10, but they bumped it up to 20. Should be pretty easy, I'd think. That's like 2 first downs. So, in theory, that should be good. JSN, 14 fantasy points. He gets around 10 targets a game. 8 receptions is already at 8. All he needs after 8 receptions is 60 yards. That's not too hard to get. You add a touchdown on there, that takes off 6 points. That's a pretty easy target for him to hit. And then Kenneth Walker, 9.5 receiving yards. Week 1, I'm pretty sure he had like 20. The week 2, he had like 9. But he also is from what I've seen, he's a running back that's capable of catching and running the football. So that doesn't seem impossible to me. In fact, it seems low to me. I remember there was games last year where he's put up like 40 receiving yards. And all it takes is literally one screen to get a first down. That's 10 yards. That's going to get you the line. And then Mahomes, 5.5 rushing yards. They're playing the Giants. Giants have a pretty decent D-line. The Chiefs O-line doesn't exist, so the pocket's going to be collapsing. He's going to need to be running more. I think 5.5 rush attempts, and also he is like the leading rusher for the Chiefs, so it's pretty possible. He's probably going to be scrambling a lot because, again, they have a good line. They have a really good line, actually. And then Bijan Robinson, 22.5 receiving yards. That line is so low in my opinion. Not only did he have 100 receiving yards in week 1, but they're playing the Panthers. It literally is going to take 2 plays to get him that. Like one check down, bam, run. That should be easy. So I'm thinking you take that. That, in my opinion, that is the most lock. Like that one, and honestly, the Daniel Jones passing yards, but I'll get to that in a second. Jordan Love, higher than 1.5 pass touchdowns. He's gotten 2 in both the first 2 games, but they're playing the Browns this week, which is honestly a worse opponent than both games. I think it's very possible he just snags 2 of them pretty quick, and it should be easy. And Daniel Jones, 211.5 pass yards. I find this line weird because he averages, I think, 290 yards. I think he had like 300 and then 280 or something. So 211 is a significant drop. And they're playing the Titans. Like, that doesn't seem, I don't know, that doesn't seem bad to me at all. So I took that. And then Jonathan Taylor, 13.5 receiving yards. He's a running back capable of making 60-yard like runs constantly. Literally, it takes one pass to him and he could easily hit that. Because, like, I mean, even, I think he hit that both weeks this season too. I think he had 20 or more both weeks. So I don't think 13.5 is an impossible number for him to hit. Now, if you do bet, be careful. Bet with money you can lose. I don't condone it. I'm not responsible for it. Be responsible though. Don't be an idiot. Don't put all 8 of these in one parlay either. That's a stupid move. But that's my picks for this week. And I mean, yeah, I think that is the video right there because, well, I covered everything there is to cover. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Later.